Hi and welcome to Menstrual Cups and Cloth Pads Kenya. So I thought it would be a nice idea to do a video of my first ever reusable menstrual products that I own. I own a few more than these now, but this was the first stash that I had and these are all clean. So I thought, you know what, why not? So I'll start with a cup, and this is my Ruby cup. I've had this for about a year. I cut the stem off. I love this cup. I really love it. I've put a video so I'll put the link down below. And you can see that, so I love this. This has been my go-to for a long time before I ever decided to consider cloth, which is here. So when I started with cloth, I was never planning to use cloth pads, but I thought cloth liners would be okay and not as disgusting as cloth pads. And I was just really curious, and I thought, okay, I'm going to buy a few. So I didn't buy loads. I listened to the advice, which is basically just buy a few from a few makers, try a few different sizes, shapes, designs, blah, blah, materials, and then you can see what you like and what you don't like. So these are just arranged in order of size, and that's just how I'm going to go through them. So the first one here is, actually let's do it this way. So this is a 6-inch thong liner from Lady Days. I really like this. I've worn it so many times. I think I'm going to give it a little rest just because it's starting to fade a little bit, and it's micro fleece and cotton jersey. And then I've got these two, which are Juliana one. Oh, and Lady Days has her own website, ladydays.co.uk. And these are Juliana one, and she's on Etsy. So these I think are both cotton. And she's got this really cute cow print. I think it's like an anti-pill fleece. Sorry, a bit of fluff there. Love these 6-inch thong liners as well. Then I have this 6-inch liner from Lunar Landings, slim sub. And this is, I think it's a polar fleece. And then I have these two, and these were actually the first liners that I ever bought. And these are from the Blue Meadow. She's on Etsy. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that Lunar Landings has her own website. She's not on Etsy. So these are Blue Meadow, and she's on Etsy. She does this white microfiber fleece on all her liners, and I just love these two. And this is Lunar Landings again, and this one is a 7-inch, and this is the only double snap that I have. And I love this yellow micro fleece that she used. I've worn this liner loads. I think I'm going to give it a little rest because it is fading a tiny bit, not badly, but a tiny bit. So give it a little rest. And then these two are from Eco Rainbow. So I bought this one first, and then I bought this one a few days later. So this is cotton and this is flannel. I wanted to try the flannel. And I don't remember if I bought them from her Etsy and then later discovered that she has a website or vice versa. But she uses this, I think it's anti-pill. I don't really know the fleeces and I can't remember them. I think it's an anti-pill fleece that she uses. And these are probably my thickest liners. They actually have a zorb core, and the rest I think all have flannel. So these are quite thick. And these actually, I even used them as pads once. So these were like my gateway into actual pads and not just liners. And they're 7-inch as well. And this is a 7-inch from Pretty Period. I bought it because of the corduroy back. I wanted to try that. And this is like one of my thinnest ever liners. It is so thin. And she's on Etsy as well. And this is Ngozi Sews. She's on Etsy. I think this is a cotton jersey. She has this anti-pill fleece, which just has a tiny bit of fluff. And this black actually has really held out because I've used these liners loads just because I only had like, what, 10? And this one has really held out. So this fabric is lovely. She's on Etsy. And this is also 7 inches. And actually, this is one of my wider snapped widths because all the other ones are like between 2 and 2.25. And this one is a 2.5. Then I bought this from Eco Dreams, and I believe this is actually a green cycle pad, although I don't think they like technically exist anymore. So green cycle and butterfly pads kind of came together and started a website called Eco Dreams. But yeah, this is my first wrap wing. I wasn't very keen on this when I first got it. I found the wrap wing, I don't know, I just found it a bit odd, but I actually really like this. I worn it loads. And I think this one is maybe a 2.25. And finally, I have this Blue Meadow 8-inch liner. I bought this one after I bought the other two. And it's also the micro fleece. And I think it's also cotton. I think all of her liners are cotton. So that's it. If I had to choose my favorite, I would probably say this liner here. I wear it all the time. I love it. That is, I think, my favorite. And then if I chose the one that I wear the least, it's this one. And it's purely because it's quite long, 8 inches for a liner. And then I find that it gives me wedgies. And I think it's because it's so thin. So we'll probably try like a thicker 8 inch, like an 8 inch moderate or something like that. And see if that works for me. But I love all of these. I wore them so often that I decided that I didn't want them to fade, and that's why I kind of decided to buy a few more. And these are actually all UK makers. It wasn't massively deliberate. It's just easier for me to buy stuff from the UK and get them like immediately rather than waiting ages and ages and ages for things from other countries. So yeah, these are all UK makers. If the lighting looks different, it's because I realized that I had forgotten to film the accessories that I bought with my first stash. So I just bought these 3. So I'll start with this one. This is a large wet bag from Feminine Wear. And it's PUL, so it's waterproof. It's got 2 zippers. This is the dry section where you put all your clean, dry, like pads and stuff. And this is the wet one where you will put all the used ones. I can't be bothered to open this one-handed, so I'm just going to point. And then this little snap hook strap thing, which you can use to hang over like bathroom like hooks, door hooks, or like a rail or something like that. So really, really handy. I just throw this in the wash when I'm washing my pads. And yeah, it doesn't fade, it doesn't do anything. So I really like this. It was nice, very cheap. And I really like it. And then I also bought these. These are pad wrappers, and these are just to use during the day when I'm out and about. I think you might have seen them in my using cloth pads on the go video. And yeah, these are from Stone Down Purple Lane. She's also a UK seller. She's on Etsy. Oh, and Feminine Wear has her own website, femininewear.co.uk, also UK. And yeah, these are also just PUL wrappers. So inside is like this waterproof. PUL is waterproof. I mean, it's not because of the seams. I guess you wouldn't put something like super wet in them. Good God, my nails. Yeah, but I really like these. They're cute. I like the prints. I use them all the time. They're really handy for carrying like a couple of spares around with you. So yeah, I think that concludes my first ever stash. I thought it was really comprehensive. I didn't think I needed more than that, to be honest. I got enough I have 13, and that was kind of enough to get me through a week without having to wash them every day or anything like that. So I thought that was a really good number to start. And like I said earlier, the only reason why I ended up buying more was because I was using them a lot, and I was washing them a lot, and I was worried about them sort of fading and wear and tear. So, and also I was greedy. Yeah, but so if you're really considering starting a stash, I think start small. Maybe get a wet bag. I found this one just so handy, and a couple of pad wrappers, and then just a couple of pads or whatever it is. It doesn't have to just be liners. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Bye.